Empathy is an important relationship and connection skill. In this video, I demonstrate empathy misses or fails and how someone could have responded in a way that would have allowed real empathy to form and also come across and be perceivable by the other person. Hey everyone, welcome here. I'm Maika, I'm a psychologist, and through my training, I've come to see the amazing power of empathy, which is understanding someone else's experience from their point of view, and then communicating that understanding back to them. It doesn't mean that we have to feel someone else's emotions for them, but it does require us to be willing to be present to someone else's experience. Next, I'll demonstrate what this doesn't and does sound like. Number 1, minimizing. I had such a rough day today. It can't have been that bad. I think I'm failing a course. Come on, you've got this. Don't exaggerate. You're so smart. Empathy. I had a really rough day today. I think I'm failing a course. Thanks for sharing this with me. What happened? What's going on with this course? Number 2, blame. Blame number 1. I feel terrible. I think I made a horrible mistake. You know, you can't say that I didn't warn you about this. I told you this would happen if you didn't start handling it differently, and now you really only got yourself to blame. Blame number 2. I feel terrible. I think I made a horrible mistake. That can't be. It must have been one of your coworkers and then they framed you. Tell me who it was. We'll get them back. Empathy. I feel terrible. I think I made a horrible mistake. Making mistakes can be a really tough part of life. It sounds like you're not exactly sure about the whole situation. Number 3, judgment. Today, as I was walking, I suddenly slipped and fell. Oh my goodness, that's awful. It's so horrible that these things happen. I'm so afraid of slipping and falling myself. These are really bad news. I feel really awful. No, don't worry. Nothing broken. I just got a few bruises. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm good. Empathy. As I was walking down the hall today, I suddenly slipped and fell. Oh, how are you? Number 4, advice. I'm just so torn and stressed these days. I have to come to this decision and my mind keeps spinning around the pros and cons of all the different options. I think you should go with option B. It's so obvious that this is the best choice. Empathy. I'm just so torn and stressed these days. I have to come to this decision and my mind keeps spinning around the pros and cons of all the different options. It makes sense to me that coming to this kind of a decision is stressful for you. So what you're saying is that you have to find a way of moving forward in making this decision? Number 5, pity. And here I mean the kind of pity when someone looks down on someone else and makes them feel small, incapable, or broken. It can have elements of compassion or empathy, but it's mixed with this sense of superiority or a lack of willingness to really be supportive. My boyfriend broke up with me today. You poor little thing. And it comes with this air of, your life must be dreadful. I'm glad I'm not you. And this would never happen to me. Empathy. My boyfriend broke up with me today. That must have been hard. Yeah, he texted me that it's over, and I'm both shocked and devastated. I get that. Number 6, competing. We had such a strange meeting at work today. couldn't have been as strange as the meeting I was at in October 1995. I don't know if I ever told you the story. Empathy. We had such a strange meeting at work today. What made the meeting strange? Everyone started arguing about the snack vending machine, and some people got really angry. And what upsets me most is that I allow myself to get pulled into it. It cost me so much mental energy. I think I understand what you mean, and also that probably most people would have found this situation challenging. Number 7, disappointment. I need to tell you something. With everything that's going on at the moment, I don't have time to dog sit for you anymore, and I have to take a step back from that, unfortunately. I thought I could rely on you. I thought you were someone who had their life together. To think I even looked up to you. Empathy? I need to tell you something. With everything that's going on at the moment, I don't have time to dog sit for you anymore, and I have to take a step back from that, unfortunately. It sounds like you're going through a tough time. What's going on? Number 8, joking. I feel so embarrassed. I had a total blackout today during my presentation, and I couldn't find the words. I stuttered. Everyone stared at me. I feel so ashamed. You know, it would have been really funny if you would have prepared a completely different topic than what the others were expecting. Imagine their faces when you would have announced that unexpected topic. Empathy. I feel so embarrassed. I had a total blackout today during my presentation, and I couldn't find the words. I stuttered. Everyone stared at me. I feel so ashamed. Oh yeah, that sounds unpleasant. When did this happen? It's likely that you've been on both sides of these empathy misses, both as the person experiencing them, coming towards them from someone else, and as the person expressing them. Empathy is a skill that, before we can apply it, we need to understand and learn and practice. Also, keep in mind that these empathy misses that I demonstrated are not always wrong responses. There is a place, for example, for problem solving. We just have to know that empathy isn't problem solving, or problem solving isn't being empathetic. And that if we want to make room for empathy, we need to actually do that and not fall into other modes of problem solving or giving advice. Also, before we can really solve a problem, we have to understand it. And please remember how much support and emotional comfort someone can experience when they experience someone else understanding and seeing them. When we skip over or leave out empathy, we miss out on really connecting with each other. It can leave us feeling like there's something subtle but deep missing in our relationships. It's really worth taking the time to learn about and practice empathy skills. It's not hard. It's just very different from what we're used to. Thanks for being here. I hope you got something from this. Maybe you have some other empathy misses to add in the comment section. Remember to subscribe if you're new here, and if you're interested, check out my weekly self-leadership newsletter at the link in the description box. Till next time, take care, and remember to take the time to understand and connect in your relationships. You won't be sorry.